Our curve target for this half term is metric conversions, which means converting from one unit of metric measure to another unit of metric measure. The main skill involved with converting metric conversions, metric units, is multiplying, dividing by 10, 100 and 1,000. So using a chart like this, they can be found easily on Google, or you can ask me for a copy for your child's homework book. These are really, really good if the child needs to put a number in, and then they can either multiply the number or divide the number, and the grid helps to show that they have got the answer correct. So if they are multiplying, the digits need to get larger, so they are moving towards the left, either by 1 space, 2 space or 3 spaces. And if they are dividing, the numbers will move to the right, either by 1 spaces, 2 spaces or 3 spaces. So each week your child's homework will focus on a different type of metric measure. So last week we focused on length, so converting between kilometres, metres, centimetres and millimetres, and using multiplication and division to do that is really helpful. So children just need to remember how many centimetres are in a millimetre, how many centimetres are in a metre, and how many metres are in a kilometre. Each week we will focus on a different unit of measurement. So this little poster is really handy. These can be found online as well to help remind you of the metric measures for length. And then we will be moving on to focusing on the metric measures for weight. So that's using things like kilograms, tons, grams, and very occasionally milligrams. And then we'll be moving on to capacity, which means liquid amount. So that was litres and millilitres. A really good way to help your child practice getting used to metric conversions is to look at packaging around the house, or look at examples online and see how much they could fit. So comparing a milk carton to a lemonade bottle, for example, so that they understand why we use those units of measurement, and they understand which ones have a higher value, which ones are worth more than the other ones. So each week in your child's homework you will have 4 activities to complete, either making a poster, some equals, missing numbers activities, maybe finding the odd one out, or greater than, less than statements like this one from last week's homework. And those children will need to complete all 4 activities to get their token that week towards their Rewardopoly.